Hello guys, welcome again. So thank you for joining. So let's start with Bitcoin. As you can see here, Bitcoin actually tested the support around $62,000, around there, 63. And from there, actually we saw this bounce, right? This bounce, like actually for me, is a bull trap. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, when Bitcoin actually was dropping here, I was expecting actually a continuation to maybe 50k, 55k, but I was wrong. Why I changed my mind is because I saw a bullet divergence forming in 12-hour chart. As you can see here, we have this bullet divergence in 12-hour chart from this point and this point, and well, and also from this point and this point. And the volume was actually not bad. So that's why I was expecting Bitcoin will be just in sideways testing resistance around 70k, 68, 69. Unfortunately, when I opened long position, I got to stop it when I protected my entry, so I couldn't take this trade because I got to stop it actually very fast. But never mind. So now it's time to start, I didn't take any positions, just waiting for the next move, and the next move is like this. The next move, at least in my case, is like this, and I'm looking for continuation next month, maybe first week of February. Sorry, March. And let me tell you the reasons. The reason is very simple, is because as you can see here, we're gonna see a sell signal very soon. For our chart, potentially is printing actually a sell signal very soon. I will open shorts very soon, and as you can see here, we are in resistance. So looking for under test to 62, 65, 63, 64 around there. And from there, potentially continuation to the downside. And the reason is very simple, is because when the chart is just wasting time in this time frame, Bitcoin is wasting time. As you can see here, Bitcoin is just in sideways here, sideways, and potential we will see a sell signal in the next week, potentially here. Usually when volatility is very low, as you can see, volatility is very low on the chart, and sometimes we don't have to wait for the curve to reach the certain line. Sometimes we could see something like this. As you can see here, it was in sideways, low volatility, and after that, major crash. So what I'm doing right now, well, what I will do, because this weekend is coming, so I will start looking for shorts, potentially the next sell signal in 1 hour chart, something like this. If I see a sell signal here, something like this weekend, and after that I will start looking for a continuation to the downside. Now targets is very simple. As you can see here, for me this is looking actually like continuation. First target is gonna be around 55k. 55k is the first level. The second level actually, and potentially maybe the bottom actually. There is a high chance like it could be here. We're talking about the bottom area of Bitcoin, because from the top here to the bottom is around 60%. 60%, of course, is not exact, right? But last time in 2021, 2022, from the top to the bottom, it was 77%. So from this point, actually, no financial advice, right? From this point, 65%, $65,000 for me is just a buy opportunity. Of course, as I said before, it's not a financial advice, but little by little, right? You buy a little bit here, more here, and more here, right? So something like this, right? Something like this. So that's why I am looking for $55,000 here, the first level to be tested here, and potentially if Bitcoin breaks this area. If we go to the monthly chart, the first area, the next area, actually, I will start looking for this continuation is around 45k. 45k potentially there. Actually, as I said before, this area in general, this area here for me, from 45k to 55k around there, is the bottom area, because, well, not the bottom area, the big buy opportunity area, at least for me. Last time, 2022, as you can see here, Bitcoin was holding here, it was in range. All this area is around 6 months, 7 months. Now, there is a big difference. Right now, Bitcoin is crashing very fast. This is not healthy, right? There is a chance that actually Bitcoin could crash even lower. If we see that crash lower, 35k. So level by level, but right now for me is between 60k to 40k, 45k. Actually, the area, like for me, is just I will just keep buying as investor, of course, as investor, right? So right now in 4-hour chart, as I said before, I will open shorts actually very soon. Very soon. Actually, I'm thinking to open shorts right now because looks like Bitcoin is getting ready to break this move all the way down to actually 64. I will do it right now. Let me do it right now. Let me see first. I wanna see 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart. Okay. We have a pedestal variance in volume here. 1-hour chart. No, you know what? I will wait. I will wait for 1-hour chart resolution. Yeah, maybe I will feel more comfortable if I open shorts around 68 area, around here, 60 area. I need to see a close below here, the MI55, below 66,500. Remember, I am not looking for the top. I'm looking for the move, okay? So, in classic technical analysis, right, you want to see it as a triangle. This, of course, I don't do that kind of things because, well, the win rate is very bad, right? People, someone sent me this pattern, right? So a crash, right? And after that, what, they gotta stop it. So be careful with these kind of things because, at least in my experience, they don't work very often. Well, okay, let's continue. I'm gonna continue with weekly, monthly chart. Monthly, we have a monthly close coming. As you can see here, we have just a couple days for the monthly close, and Bitcoin actually the first thing is closing above the MI55, right, around 62. It's fine, but honestly, so I am looking for actually a drop around 45k, I said before. Continuation. Also, we don't have enough data here. Let me see here the BLX. We have enough data here. Let me see. Okay, no, one moment. Let me see by monthly. I want to see by monthly here. Interesting. BLX, maybe trading view is wrong, but I don't see. Wait, one moment. July, September. I don't see the candles of this year, as you can see here, right? Something. Let me see. Ah, okay. The API went offline, as you can see here. That's why they don't update anymore. Wow, very sad. It was very actually very good data here. Okay, so as you can see here in bi-monthly here, yeah, 42 between 50k to 40k. That is the area I'm looking for. Actually, potential bottom. Now let's continue with altcoins. Altcoins will just keep crashing. Yeah, it's very simple. You can let's go to see Solana, for example. Oh wow, Solana was bouncing. No, actually no, just 10%, 8%. That's all. The monthly is the most important close right now. Let me show you. It's closing below the MI55 in the monthly. So Bitcoin will keep crashing. So I'm looking for actually, if I'm right, potentially around here, around 40, 45, lowest 35, around there. In this bear market, of course. Cardano, not just only one, one, two, three candles below the MI55, and this thing, the last hope, is closing below 0.25 cents. Actually, there is a very high chance you will see Cardano breaking here, and I'm looking for 0.08, 0.10. Yeah, so that's why be careful here. Be careful with Cardano, because if you are holding Cardano since 2021, well, all your profits, all the money you could make is gone. You see, all this massive 4,000% is almost gone, 93%, right? So that's the problem when you are just holding and just hoping, right, without any plan, right? That's the problem, right? I know many people, they were holding Cardano and they were making a lot of money in 2022, but they believe Cardano will hit $10, right? $15, $20. Cardano is going to be the next Bitcoin. And after that, well, what happened? That's the problem when you're gambling. You're not trading or investing, you're just gambling. You don't have a plan. Okay, so now let's continue. In this case, let me continue with BNB. BNB, I'm looking for a 500. That is my target. Potential bottom, maybe. Monthly is clear. The last time when the bottom was in September 2023, potentially it could be the same thing. Maybe. Let's see. The biggest difference is, my friends here, is like, look at this. Actually, BNB is a very good example of what I was trying to say. BNB in the top was in 2021, and after that it spent almost 2 years to hit the MA55. And now in only 4 months, it's about to hit MA55. When I see these kind of drops, when it's very, very strong, very fast, it's very hard for me to think like this is going to be the bottom. Actually, I'm looking for something like this, right? Of course, I could be wrong. That's why the trend is my friend until the end. So that's why the trend is around 500. Of course, not financial advice, but the first buy opportunity for me is BNB around 500 bucks. And from there, potentially, start increasing my buys, potentially, because this year is the year of altcoins for me. Every 4 years, like the Olympics, I'm looking for actually to buy altcoins. So, okay, now if you want to know about my portfolio, you can actually access to my website and you will see my trading journal, also my portfolio. Okay, now let's continue with USDT dominance, because actually I want to see what could happen for Bitcoin to Bitcoin. Actually, oh my god, this is very bullish. Oof, wow, look at the volume. The volume is amazing. I'm very bullish here, very bullish here. ADX positive here, momentum is to the upside. Closing above 6.7% is very bullish, actually, looking very bullish. Look at this one. Oh wow, this is no volume here, to be fair, here, but this again is accumulation, my friend. This is getting ready for a breakout. If you see a breakout here, you will see a crash for Bitcoin. And my only problem with all the people who are, including myself, like we are thinking 55k could be the bottom, potentially. this chart is getting ready for a breakout here. If you see the breakout here, there is no resistance here. There is no resistance, and this thing is gonna start trending. So one of the members in my community, they said like potentially it could be a major crash this year. Potentially, yeah. If we see this, maybe, yeah. Let me see the chart. Oh wow, this is doing so good, very good. Holding here the range. I'm very bullish. Next week I'm looking for like this. Yeah, get ready for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is gonna drop, actually. So that's why let me just tell you this. It's gonna be like this. First target, of course, 63, 64, and second target 55k, 50k, around here, around this area. Of course, using volume profile. Volume profile is around here, this area here. I'm looking for in March. Okay, now let's continue with the stock market. I want to talk. We'll show you the stock market. First of all, I want to show you Adobe. Not financial advice, right? But Adobe, for me, few times per year we have this move, this opportunity. Last time was in 2009, and now I'm here, 2026. Yeah, I know it's not looking good, right, for you, but for me it's amazing, actually. Adobe, from the highs, it crashed around 65%. That's actually something I am very interested. The last time when Adobe tested this, the MA100, was in 2009. The major crash in 2009, right, 2008. And after that, parabolic move to 700. I am not expecting the same thing, but one something I'm expecting, actually, a decent bounce, right, in the following year. I mean, this year, sorry, and maybe in a couple years, around 400, 450, potentially, yeah. Okay, now let's continue with Colgate. Colgate, amazing, wonderful. It's beautiful here what I see. The monthly is very interesting here, because let me show you here the monthly. The monthly is, we are gonna have just confirmation of the monthly buy opportunity here. Of course, it's too late to buy right here, but as long as the close is above 94, I'm looking for new all-time high, and potentially something like this, and of course a better variance here in the monthly forming. So I am holding my positions. My position is at 74, 75, around there. I'm still holding. Overall, I know we should see a crash, right? But the crash is not happening, And that's the problem when you are thinking, oh yeah, the market is gonna crash, the market is gonna crash. Yeah, sure, okay, yeah, it's crashing. Actually, you didn't realize about it. Look at this, Netflix around 40%. Of course, I would love to see something like this. Opportunities like this one, like 2022. Wow, there are lifetime change. Like seriously, these kind of opportunities that will change your life if you can got it. You can get them, but the probabilities to see something like this are very low. You check the chart of Netflix. Something like this previously that happened in 2011. So 12 years or 10 years. So the probability to see this crash like this again, well, after only just 2 years, I don't know. Like I think something is wrong here. So that's why no financial advice, right? But what I'm starting actually to doing that I am starting doing DCA for Netflix. Looking for actually I'm gonna update my portfolio today from 77 all the way down to 55, 60 potentially. I'm looking for actually new time high and continuation. Yeah, because if we see weekly chart, ADX is negative here, forming a buy signal here. Of course, there is no volume here, but at least I'm looking for around 99, 90, and 100 bucks actually bounce. Now let's continue with more. Actually, let me show you Nvidia. Nvidia, I'm hoping, right, Nvidia to see Nvidia around 160, 140. Actually, it will be awesome if I can see it because the trend is my friend. And the last time when we saw this level, it was in 2025. Okay, now let's continue with Apple. Apple, as you can see here, well, I don't see the crash here. I'm sorry, but I don't see the crash. I know you're looking for a major crash, but it's not happening. It's gonna happen potentially, yes, maybe by the end of the year, but I don't know, man. I don't see any reasons right now to be super bearish. Of course, it's just they are just pullbacks, weekly pullbacks. Look at Amazon. Amazon, as a trader, as investor, right? The weekly chart is here, and like this. Okay. I could be wrong. Yeah, it could crash like this, right? But that's why risk management is there, right? You need to enter with risk management, right? So, wow, this one is beyond meat. This is just like Shiba Inu, right? I don't know, like a shitcoin, just crashing. Okay. Vanguard is holding here the monthly. Let me see. Wow, this is holding and wants actually to pump here. Actually, yeah, looking for actually maybe potential 80. If we see that, of course, this is a terrible place to buy. You need to wait for the pullback, right? And after that, like this, right? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Google. Google monthly looking good actually. Very nice volume. Looking for a pullback, yeah, but it's pretty far away from the MI55. The last time we saw this test in April last year. So as you can see here, what I'm trying to say is very simple. Of course, I agree. I would like to see a crash in the market, but I don't have the evidence. If we go to see the SP500, SP500 here is holding very well. Yeah, it's holding very well. It could crash, yes. 6,600, only 500 bucks. That's all. Do you want the last drop correction? We saw this correction. It was 20%. It was last year, 2025. And I said to you, it's a buy opportunity. And you see now a bounce. And if we see another crash, 10%, 20%, it's a buy opportunity. The turn is my friend till the end. And as long as America is just printing paper money all the time, like Japan and all the countries, they will keep doing the same thing. Two things will happen. First of all, the dollar, any currency, paper money, right? All the bills, the value is going to be less and less and less and less. The inflation is going to be more. They keep playing this after World War II. So, as I said before, no financial advice. You can do whatever you want, but paper money is just paper. So, properties, real estate, gold, metal, Bitcoin, actually, yeah. We need to buy assets, start making business, that kind of things. Because, well, you work in 9 to 5, just by working. Of course, it depends how much money you make. But if you are below the inflation, well, you are losing every year money, right? You need to make at least 8% more than the inflation, right? It depends on the countries. For example, in the case of Japan, this is not inflation, this is a crash. If we go to see the currencies here, let me show you here. Let me show you here what is happening to Japan. This is not a drop. This is a massive 50% crash. Japan is crashing, right? So imagine for all the people who save money for maybe 20 years, they save 50 million yen. In that time, it was a lot of money, right? 50 million yen. And without doing nothing, just working 95 for more than 20 years, they lost 50% of the power, right, in the yen. But Japanese people, they think like the government is their friend. Yeah, I don't know. The culture here is very different. Yeah. Here, the culture is more about crowd thinking. They don't say the truth. They just follow. They don't think. Most of them, of course, right? I'm not saying they are bad people. Of course, no. They are very nice, actually. I'm talking about in the big picture, right? One day you come to Japan, you will see like, oh wow, Japan is polite, Japan is clean, Japan is this. No, it's because actually they have to follow rules. I'm living here since almost 8 years, and I can tell you, like, the stress about to be nice is extremely high, right? You cannot be yourself here. That's why you will see people dressing up the same, always same colors, same. They copy paste, okay? But the culture is different. It's very nice. Before you come here, you study a little bit of the culture. Okay, so let me show you here. This is a crash. This is a crash. Actually, it's very sad, but I am looking for a breakout. I'm still looking for a breakout, looking for 160. Any close 163, 62 is gonna trigger this massive pump all the way to 220. And well, Japan is gonna be a developing country again, I think. Right? Okay. So let's continue again with the stock market. I will continue the stock market, and let me show you here Microsoft. Okay, let me talk about Microsoft. Microsoft. The trend is my friend until the end. And what do you see here? Yeah, the trend is trending. This thing is trending, right? They are invested a lot in Azure. They went all in for Azure, the cloud. They are making a lot of money. At some point, I think now they are surpassing AWS. Makes sense, right? So I don't follow fundamentals, but well, as an engineer, of course, I use Azure, right? So that's why I notice like they have tools, they have everything, right? Just like they want to defeat actually Amazon. So well, the thing is like turning your friend until the end, and here, of course, as investor, right? First of all, there is no buy opportunity here right now. Not yet. We have a better variance, so from 300 to 350 potentially. This is the area. We are not there yet, so I will just wait. There is no evidence for a bounce here. I will just wait for a little bit more, as I said before, the region in monthly, and after that, well, just holding because the trend is my friend, right? I could be wrong. Just we could see a crash, but based on data, and we have a lot of data here, only just one time, Microsoft broke the MA 100 here in 2008, right? Only one time. From here, crash 40%. If you see this crash, it's a lifetime opportunity, of course, right? If we see for some reason this crash, oh my God, I will be super happy to buy, right? But well, we have to be realistic. What are the probabilities? It could be possible, but well, I don't see the evidence there. Okay, so around 340, 300. Okay, now let's continue. I'm gonna continue with Oracle. As you can see here, Oracle, same thing. MA55. So looking for actually a potential for me as investor, right? Investor, very good, actually, very good. Okay, now let's continue with Bitcoin. One more time, Bitcoin. Only short term. First of all, as I said before, Bitcoin is forming a bull trap, right? Bull trap. I think usually, well, actually nowadays, actually Bitcoin actually is moving weekends. For a long time, it was not moving weekends. So okay, so here, first of all, here is like this, right? Like this, right? 62, 63, around there from here, right? I will open a short position very soon. We will see a sell signal here, sell signal here, testing the 55, testing here to keep falling, right? Testing here to keep falling, testing here to keep falling, and the same thing, right? We follow this, okay? So Bitcoin is trending and making new lows, this one, and potentially the next one is around here, okay? So if you are looking for a bouncing weekly chart, I have a news for you. First of all, ADX is extremely strong, very, very strong. I don't see the evidence of that. You can say, oh well, we have a potential Bollinger Range forming. Yes, but that means Bitcoin must be here another 2-3 months to build some like consolidation, and after that, a bounce. But I think Bitcoin is not ready for that, not yet. Also, when the chart is just wasting time, as you can see here, from officially from this area, we have the buy signal here. Bitcoin, instead of bouncing to MA55, is just wasting time here, right? So first week of September or March, potentially second week, we could see a major drop. Okay guys, I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. See you next Monday. Sorry, I couldn't be online here because I was not feeling well. Sometimes, well, here is very cold. Sometimes I cannot talk very well. Yep. Thank you so much.